Hello everybody. There are 5 places fundamentally important and that determines whether we like our company or not. Number 1 is when we receive our salary hike letter. Number 2 is that promotion season. Number 3 is layoff cycles. Number 4 is the international assignment when there is somebody's H1B opportunity and we are getting it or not. And the 5th one is, yes, hey, are you getting your referral bonus or not? These are the 5 different places where we will start liking the organization or we dislike the organization a lot. And we believe all these 5 or majority of our corporate career is determined based on our merit. And that is one of the fundamental reasons why a lot of people don't want to go into the government jobs, because they believe government jobs are much more like, hey, you have to follow the rules. There is not a lot of scope for showing your merit. All that kind of stuff. In the private sector, you believe that, hey, it's all meritocracy, right? All determines on your talent and how much you are showing it. But unfortunately, corporate world actually shows a lot more of politics environment than the government sector in a lot of situations. So how does this demonstrate? Let's take a simple example. Your organization announces that, hey, we are laying off all the scrum masters from the company, which is straightforward scenario. Some business is not doing well. One of the functions they have to cut it down and they aligned on one specific job role. However, the politics come into the picture when every scrum master is laid off from the organization except one. Then you will be scratching, hey, why is that person untouched? Whereas everybody else in the organization has to go through these layoffs. And that is where politics will start coming up, because the senior leadership have their blessings on that person. And what does it mean and how does it benefit both the sides of the equation? If the senior leader is sitting in the US and this employee is sitting in India, then the senior leadership needs somebody trustworthy in India office to relay all the messages back to him or her. And then they need to have somebody, so they make sure that even if everybody is being laid off, that person will never be touched. And this is how corporate politics will start coming up. It is not about meritocracy. It is not about the rules in the system, but it is more about who favors whom and who wants whom in the entire system. A simple example this can be demonstrated is through, once again, let's say there is a promotion cycle coming up and 2 folks who are equally capable, similar experience, similar roles, both of them are ready for the next promotion. But the manager will say, hey, you did not respond to my message on Teams like 4 months back. And that is not an accepted behavior. What? Is this even a reason for you not to be promoted? 4 months back or 8 months back, you did not do presentation very well. That 2 minutes presentation that nobody cared about. Everybody was probably snoring in that presentation or they were on Insta Reels. Now, still, your promotion will be impacted because of these stupid reasons, and you will start judging your own capabilities and you will say that, hey, probably I'm overestimating myself. But the fact of the matter is the manager does not want to promote you, as simple as that. But they cannot just express it, right? So they'll give you all other false reasons. There are multiple reasons how this can be manifested, right? Another simple example could be, we all think that, hey, government offices follow a lot of rule books, but in the private offices, the rule books function differently. If you join the company today and if you believe that, hey, in 1 year, you will be eligible for a promotion, all of a sudden, 8 months down the lane, the rule book will be changed. And they will say that, hey, you are not eligible for promotion until 2 years. Can you guarantee that the rule book won't change once again another 12 months down the lane? You can never know that. These rules in the corporate offices will change as quickly as you have read it. Right? So there is absolutely no guarantee that these won't stick. What do I fundamentally want to highlight over this entire conversation is, please don't judge your own capabilities because of somebody else. And there is always a possibility, right? 8 out of 10 times people might like your work and the remaining 2 times they will not. Even if you do God's work, right? It's still not possible that 100 out of 100 people will like your work. Then what do you do in this scenario? The first major thing is, please don't stay quiet when you are already at the receiving end. Let's say that, hey, you worked very hard for the entire year and you have to get that bonus or you have to get that hike, and the leadership gives you, let's say, very, very nominal hike, and you are like, okay, I'm reaching out to my manager, I'm talking to them, I'm telling them my concern, but nobody is responding back. Now what do? I'll carry on, or rather I'll just shift the company. No, You see if there is a possibility for you to actually have that conversation with your skip level manager, not your manager, but your manager's manager. Even if they don't respond to your mail, there is definitely some problem. You rather put down your papers, because if somebody is not valuing you, that they are not even responding back to that email, then absolutely no point. But your responsibility is to make sure that you have that skip level conversation at least once every 2 months, so that your credibility, the work that you are doing, doesn't stop just at your manager. The second thing that you can also do is, as I already said, 8 people will like, 2 people won't. What if those 2 are your managers? Good luck. You need to make sure that you are talking to that resource management group in your company and see what are the other possibilities where you can switch. Completely cut down from the current hierarchy, and can you move into a completely different hierarchy? I'm sure there are a lot of projects within your company which are requiring similar expertise. Why are you then sitting under the same manager? Try at least. The third option is raise the voice, raise it hard. Not just with your skip level manager, but probably even with the HR team. Now, there is another interesting angle that comes in. If some politics are not working out in your favor, how does it manifest? All of a sudden, there will be 3 or 4 things that will be targeted towards you. No good hike, and while you are still going through that pain, they will say that, hey, for you specifically, there is no work from home. You have to come back to office. Add on top of that, they'll say that, hey, now the client is also giving negative feedback for you. So you need to work harder. We cannot take more responsibilities out of you, but we'll only keep adding you. All these things together, if they come together at the same time, then you need to start questioning who is behind these decisions and why are they doing this? Are there any other motivations? Are their choices, preferences, is that not mapping with my work style? You need to do this analysis. This is one of the most important things that you need to know if you are eaten up by office politics or not. And finally, don't be afraid to put down your papers. If something is not going in your favor, and if you are not even learning something in that organization, it's fine, you can move on. If you don't find another job, there are a lot of opportunities for you to go do something by yourself, right? You can probably start a YouTube channel like me. People won't watch it. Let me tell you, people won't watch YouTube videos probably for the first 1 year or 2 years, but slowly you will learn how to make some videos and people will watch it later and they'll appreciate you. Similarly, whatever you are doing, for the first 1-2 years, you might not get good traction, but slowly you will get better at it. And people will appreciate it and you will make money through it. So don't think that this is the only job that will give you and that is making your life pleasant. Look about all the other opportunities in front of you as well. See you again in the next one. Bye-bye.